Each episode, we follow two single people into a social experiment. They have absolutely nothing in common.
Can you let me finish?
But go out on a first date to find out in the end
That's what did we come here for?
if opposites attract. The date where they don't always relate. Opposites attract. Meet Kelly, a carpenter with an easygoing attitude who tends to make light of most situations. He feels his free time is best spent hiking, mountain biking, and anything else outdoors. Angela is a full-time student with a taste for designer brands and the finer things in life. She loves to hit the gym and feels that a man isn't a man unless he's bulging with muscles. And no night is complete until this self-proclaimed party girl has fist-pumped her night away.
I usually like guys that are at least 6 feet tall, who love to work out.
For me, it's blonde hair, blue eyes, nothing else compares.
I like the chiseled features, the abs, the nice tight butt.
Yeah, unless I'm like in prison, you're not gonna catch me lifting weights.
So if I ever went on a date with a guy and he expected me to pay for my half, I would just look at him and be like, are you for real?
I see nothing wrong with going Dutch on a date, especially a first one.
Girls, don't even bring your wallet out on the first date. Like,
I love golf, I love snowboarding, I love mountain biking.
I hate being outdoors. I hate the bugs. I hate the fact that you can't wash your hands. There's no washrooms. It's just not the place for me.
Looks like Kelly's got his work cut out for him.
I was hoping for like a football player type.
Yeah? How about the cabinet maker type? 'Cause he's in a limo on his way to pick you up right now.
I'm so excited. I hope he's gorgeous.
Now Angela has no idea who she's about to meet or where she's going.
It's go time.
And by go time, I'm assuming you mean it's time for the limo driver to go meet your date.
Noticed the limo driver had a bunch of luggage that he was loading in the back of the car, so I was kind of wondering about that, but I didn't really tell her what we were doing that day, so I guess she just brought a bunch of stuff to cover her bases, which I thought was smart. She popped her head in the limo. I was definitely pleasantly surprised. She was a good-looking girl and easy on the eyes, so I was pretty happy.
Hi, Manji.
Hey, my name's Kelly.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
When I first saw Kelly, I was a little worried that, he wasn't my type at all. I mean, he looked really well put together. He had a nice blazer on with some comfortable shoes.
Not my typical type per se, but she was definitely a good-looking girl, so I was pleasantly surprised.
Well, you're welcome, Kelly. We got you a hot date, but now it's up to you to make opposites attract.
So, Kelly, what kind of girls do you usually date?
Yeah, I'd say blonde hair and blue eyes definitely gets me every time, but I don't limit myself to like just that.
That's good. You're open-minded.
I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to women.
Yeah, I was raised to be like colorblind, so I don't ever judge by color.
Yeah. I mean, if you're attracted to someone, if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. I don't think it matters necessarily the color of your hair or your eyes.
For sure, you could be like an alien, right?
Don't know if I'd go that far.
Well, they do say men are from Mars.
I definitely would not like to date an alien, and the idea of that creeps me out a little bit.
I mean, aliens are cool. I have no idea what they look like. I would love to date something from out of this world.
Seeing as how we're on Earth, what guys would you normally date?
The last guy I actually dated was such a tool.
Oh yeah?
All he had to talk about was his hair and like, I don't know what club he went to. It was pretty lame. I can't stand a guy that can't keep up with me intellectually.
Right. She mentioned she likes to date intellectual guys. I'm not that per se, but I can definitely carry on a good conversation.
All right, Kelly, we're going to fast forward a bit. We want to give you a sneak peek at the kind of intellectual powerhouse you're going to be up against
My
tonight.
theory is, I think our bodies are adapting to all this new technology, like, Wi-Fi, internet, social networking, that our DNA is molding to technology, so it's moving faster and our bodies are changing too, and no, we're turning into machines.
We're turning into machines?
Clearly, we're not turning into machines. Angela has a lot of theories that are not really based on fact, so putting her with a guy based on common sense is going to make for some very interesting dinner conversation. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Now, where were we? First, we need to see if we can get Angela to break the mold of the guy she would normally go out with.
Unfortunately, I'm a sucker for really pretty boys. Like,
Really?
all the guys I've dated this year, they're at least like 6'3", complete gym rats.
She mentioned she likes the gym rat and the chachi kind of guy, and I'm definitely not that kind of dude. Doesn't gym rat say it all? Like, do you want to date a guy that spends his day in the gym and is referred to as a rat? You just seem like you're caught on this like wheel of those the guys you always end up dating?
Yeah, and it sucks. I mean, there's nothing to talk about. It's kind of like dull.
Are you happy to see that you're not dating a chachi tonight?
Definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, the first stop on this date is an indoor go-kart track where Angela's first major concern arises. Her hair.
Yeah, you know, I was really worried the rain was gonna wreck my hair.
I get that a woman's hair is important to her, but I think she was taking it a little too far at times.
My hair is gonna get wrecked.
It is, probably. They probably have like one of those nets.
I just won't wear a helmet.
I don't think they're gonna let you do that.
Not happy with the fact that I had to wear a helmet. I really don't want to wreck my hair, but I mean, safety does come first, and I'm willing to play it safe. What was the point of getting ready for 3 hours if I'm just gonna wreck my hair?
If it takes you more than 45 minutes to get ready for a date, you gotta wonder, what does she really look like and what's she hiding underneath all that?
Kelly was complaining that I took a long time to get ready. You want to look good, you gotta take your time, and it's well worth it.
Like so, and then you go like this.
No, you're gonna wreck my hair.
I really don't like it when people touch my hair. I mean, it's just a thing. I really don't need help putting on a helmet. I'm quite capable.
Oh, allow me.
While Angela obsesses about her hair, Kelly continues to be the nice guy. Is he really this polite, or is he just waiting for the right time to tell her what he really thinks? Coming up,
Oh, fuck.
This is gonna be a long night.
and later, we find out if opposites attract.
Give me a few more drinks and you'll see.
Maybe you'll see it.
The date where they don't always relate. Opposites attract. Before the break, we met an easygoing carpenter named Kelly.
For me to get ready for a date, it takes about 5 minutes, I'm out the door. I definitely don't think there's any need to try to impress a girl on a first date. I think she's gonna see right through your lie.
And we met Angela.
I mean, I'm really nice. I'm super outgoing. I'm very personable. I'm pretty smart.
A high-maintenance student who tends to date men who just talk about their hair.
Last guy I actually dated was such a tool.
Oh yeah?
All he had to talk about was his hair and like...
Which, ironically, other than confirming Kelly's height, seems to be her main focus since they arrived at the go-kart track.
What was the point of getting ready for 3 hours if I'm just gonna wreck my hair?
You're rather concerned about hair, aren't you?
Despite the complaining, the date's actually been going pretty smooth. We'll see how fun he thinks it is when things get out of hand after the race.
We had some good pre-race banter and trash talk, and I was looking forward to getting out there on the track.
Kelly, you're not going to kick my ass at go-karting.
In the middle of a storm, between the beginning and the end of Armageddon.
I consider myself to be a bit of a competitive person, but also a gentleman, so I figured I'd let her take the lead for a little bit of the race.
Taking form, or was I running in circles? And I want to escape, sick and tired of the ordinary.
I thought to myself, if she won, she would definitely have a more enjoyable time, so I let her win.
Out loud, don't go with the flow. Grab the bull by the horns and let
That was so much fun. I would totally do this again, any day, anytime.
At the end of the race, when she was running around with the checkered flag and kind of rubbing it in my face, I think I regretted the decision to let her win. I won. Half of me wanted to rip it out of her hand.
There was absolutely nothing wrong with running up and down with the checkered flag. I mean, I won. That's what winners do. They like to show it off. I was happy. This date is going really well. Go-karting's a blast, but I could really go for some food right now.
Kelly, you lost the race. It's not that big a deal. Now don't give her the silent treatment. I don't think that's going to do anything to help your date.
Are you hungry? Excited to go out for dinner?
I'm so hungry.
Me too. Look at you go. Didn't really take too long into the date before I realized she was definitely addicted to texting. She seemed to be more interested in her phone and what was going on with that than me.
Are you reading my text messages?
No, I'm not reading your text messages. I glanced over at her phone a couple times just to see who she was texting. I wasn't actually reading the text. She asked me if I was, but I noticed that it was a guy's name. Not that that bothered me, but I was kind of wondering, like, what's the point of going on a date while you're talking to some other dude on your phone?
And I say, what's the point in taking a girl out if you're not going to speak with her either? Now, a girl like this, you either entertain her or she's going to find somebody else that will. Arriving at dinner is all the change he needs to get the date going. And speaking of change, that's exactly where Angela is headed when they arrive at the restaurant.
So when we arrived at the restaurant, she mentioned that she had to go get changed, so I just went and got a seat at the bar.
I was quite impressed at this point. He picked a nice restaurant. It was really nice. When Kelly saw me, he said he really liked my outfit and he said I looked good, and I appreciated his compliment.
I thought she looked stunning, and I thought it was worth the wait. When we sat down for dinner, it was a really romantic setting, and I thought things were going really well. The conversation was nice.
The setting was really nice. We had dinner. It was very romantic. I liked the candles. Very cozy booth. I thought the food was excellent. I had a nice arrangement of drinks and had lots to choose from.
Once dinner started, I think the conversation went pretty easy. We both were talking about our families and what we like to do and movies and actors. And she told me that I look like Nicolas Cage, and I thought that was a really nice thing to say, and I think she was warming up to me.
Let's hope that warmth turns into a fire, because coming up...
And I was wondering, like, is she gonna get really drunk? What's going on with her? And it got me wondering, like, is this gonna end up bad? I wasn't quite sure how this was gonna turn out.
I think I need another drink.
Really?
And then later,
I guess I'll just have to party by myself.
we find out if opposites attract. The date where they don't always relate. Opposites attract. For this date, we set up Kelly, a carpenter with a dry sense of humor, with Angela, a student who frequents nightclubs and still feels if a man wants to carry on a conversation with her, he needs to be intellectual.
I can't stand a guy that can't keep up with me intellectually.
Right.
Well, if there's any chance of an intellectual conversation, they'll have to try another topic other than her phone,
Are you reading my text messages?
her
I'm
hair,
gonna wreck my hair.
men,
Last guy I actually dated was such a tool.
partying,
Honestly, I just like to party.
and aliens.
I'd love to date an alien.
You would like to date an alien?
And if you think aliens are out there, just wait till you see what Angela has to say at dinner. Now, prior to this, Angela shows up looking more like she's ready for a vacation than a date. Kelly won't get out of the limo to greet her, but yet when they arrive at the go-kart track, he claims he's a gentleman and lets her win the race.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I won. So winners do. They like to show it off.
Excessive fist pumping gets her the silent treatment, which gave her the opportunity to update her Facebook and potentially make plans for later.
Are you reading my text messages?
No, I'm not reading your text messages.
This actually sparks a conversation that has continued to the restaurant, and after a quick change has landed them the spot of an unlikely romantic dinner.
You look like Nicolas Cage.
A lot of people say that, but I don't really get the connection. I don't think I really look like
No, you
Nicolas Cage.
totally look like him.
Thanks.
Yeah. You totally look like him.
Thanks.
I wanted him to have some drinks so he could loosen up a bit and have a great time. He told me he doesn't need drinks, alcohol to have a good time.
As the date progressed, she continued to order drinks at a furious pace, and I was wondering, like, is she gonna get really drunk? What's going on with her? And it got me wondering, like, is this gonna end up bad? I wasn't quite sure how this was gonna turn out.
I wasn't going crazy, I wasn't slamming down shots. Had a couple martinis. If he doesn't want to party later, which I'm going to try to get him to do, then I guess I'll just have to party by myself.
Like, what is it about the club and party scene that you like so much? Is it social? Is it Throw caution to the wind? Like, what do you like about it? Yeah, do you ever think like it might kind of hold you back in your career or your future, or are you just
What
doing
future?
it? No future? You don't think about
The
tomorrow?
world's gonna end.
You don't think
2012.
you believe in the world ending in 2012? I think the conversation started to take a turn for the worse, and the topics were definitely bizarre. You believe everything you read in the news or hear about? Like, I don't know. I think that's a bit of a prop. If you ask me. You live like that the world is gonna end. That's how
Don't
you live
be
your
so
life.
ignorant.
I wouldn't say it's ignorance. I think it's like realistic to believe that the world is going to keep going. I don't think that's any way to live, to
didn't
think
say-
like the world
Have
is
you-
going to end in
Look
2012.
how many natural disasters have happened in the last like 5 years.
Yeah,
That's because the plates are moving.
the plates are moving.
The
That's
plates
it?
are moving.
That's your theory, that the plates are moving?
I don't really want to talk to you right now.
I think she took things maybe a little bit too seriously at that point.
Happened to the dinosaurs, didn't it?
It did happen to the dinosaurs, I suppose. If you want to roll
Ice
back the clock
ages.
that far. Sound like
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
gonna happen. Do you
way it
even
was
know
a
what the
real movie
Illuminati?
either.
Do you even know what the Illuminati
I know a
was?
little.
Do you even know what they
I know
were?
a little bit about the Illuminati. Sure, we've all
What do
seen
you
the Da
know?
Vinci Code. And you think that there's maybe some sort of hidden agenda behind creating that
All I
set or
know,
that story?
all I know is there's people out there that are hiding things from us. They don't want us to know about the aliens.
Mayan calendar, the Illuminati, and now we're talking aliens.
Do you
What,
believe
like,
in God?
what's next? The
Do you
Loch
believe in
Ness
God?
Monster?
Do you believe in God? Do you
Sasquatch?
believe in God?
Bigfoot?
What do you believe in? I don't even want to talk to you anymore.
I'm all ear.
Forget it.
I'm
Forget it.
all ear.
Forget it.
Well, we can agree to disagree on that. I think we're getting off topic.
I'm
We're
not
getting off
judging you. Just
track.
because you don't believe in certain things, I'm not going to judge you.
I don't think we have to agree on everything to like one another and get along per se. So, do you want to get out of here or what?
Definitely.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Coming up on Opposites
I'm going
Attract.
to go change.
Really?
I've never really been out with anybody that changes 3 times on one date.
And then later,
I, on the other hand, I just want to party. And if he still didn't want a good time, I'm still gonna have a good time.
the date where they don't always relate. Opposites Attract. Before the break, this unlikely couple was having a romantic dinner.
Everything's going really nicely.
Angela, throughout the date, said she was looking for someone who could keep up with her intellectually.
I can't stand a guy that can't keep up with me intellectually.
Right.
Now, this wouldn't have been a problem if the topics of conversation weren't based on what Kelly believes to be fantasy.
The world's going to end.
You don't think
2012.
you believe in the world ending in 2012?
Despite their differences, let's give them one more chance as we follow them to a nightclub. Remember Angela's suitcase? This is wardrobe change number 3.
I've never really been out with anybody that changes 3 times on one date. So it kind of got me wondering, what's this girl going to wear next? And how long am I going to have to wait for her to get out of the bathroom again?
All right, I'm ready.
Finally.
Let's get out of here. This is going to be fun.
How so?
After that unusual dinner conversation, it seems unlikely that Kelly will loosen up at this point.
Kelly told me that he wasn't down to party tonight. I knew I had to change his mind. And I was going to be persistent and persistent.
Shot.
If I did break down and have a shooter with her, kind of just to shut her up, but it wasn't something I would normally do.
Cheers.
I don't really need to drink to have a good time. I've learned that in my life. So her continually asking me to have a drink kind of got annoying a little bit.
Well, cheers again.
Go dance. Dance floor. Let's go. You and
I could dance or I could not dance. I think I'm gonna stick with the latter.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You can make me dance by myself.
I think I'm just gonna chill here.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna chill here.
All right. I'll see you later.
See you then.
For me, at that point, the date seemed to take a turn for the worse. I think she was more concerned about getting drunk than actually getting to know me.
There really is no excuse not to be fist pumping.
At the beginning of the date when she was dancing and fist pumping, I thought it was pretty cool. She's an energetic girl, but it seemed to be a reoccurring theme throughout the date, and to be honest, it got a little annoying.
And if he still didn't want a good time, I'm still gonna have a good time. I guess I'll just have to party by myself.
Looks like these opposites won't attract. But let's leave with one more of Angie's epic worldviews.
Hey, how's your night going?
Good, you look like you're having a good time out there.
Great time.
Yeah,
Are you having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. I was talking to a couple of people I met here.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. You had a good night?
Yeah, it was alright, you know. It would have been nice if I had someone to dance with.
It looked like you were having a good time. You were up in the DJ booth, you were grinding, you were fist pumping. It looked like you were having a blast.
Have you noticed how fast the time's flying these days?
What do you mean, like daylight savings?
No, but like, I don't know, time just seems to be going by super fast. What do you think?
Well, the days are longer, yeah.
My theory is, I think our bodies are adapting to all this new technology, like, you know, Wi-Fi, internet, social networking, that our DNA is molding to technology. So it's actually moving faster and our bodies are changing too. No, we're turning into machines.
We're turning into machines
Well,
now.
not per se, but you know,
Right.
our bodies are adapting to new technologies. Therefore,
Because I'm on my phone a lot, the days are going by quicker.
Technologies compress time and space, correct? And you
Yeah.
are what you are surrounded by environment, correct?
So I'm some sort of robot human
Pretty
because
much.
I'm on my iPhone.
We're the machines now.
That makes sense, for sure.
Clearly, that only makes sense to her. But at least she's trying to have fun. Who cares if she likes little green men?
Aliens are cool.
Thinks the world is going to
That's because
end
the plates are
and
moving.
packs luggage on a date. Angela just wants to party. And now it looks like Kelly just wants to sleep. See you next time on Opposites Attract. The date where they don't always relate.
I think most guys think I might be a bit of a head case. I think the Illuminati totally exists today and they control everything. It's not a conspiracy. I mean, don't be so ignorant. Open your mind. 2012 and aliens. The end of the world's coming. We might as well just party. Have a good time. Let's just fist pump, you know? Party.